Hello and welcome to Mr. Liberty Lover YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping past, and sorry we haven't posted any videos very recently. Life's just been crazy busy. But today we want to make a video about our attempt at making a good quality volleyball net. The poles for them, and we're not going to be making the net obviously, we'll be buying that. But we wanted some good sturdy poles to attach a good quality net to, and so that's what we're going to try to make today. So we found some old tires here, if you want to pan down with the camera. And so that's what we're going to use as the base. And then we have these poles here. Metal poles. I actually got these from Lowe's. You can probably find them at Home Depot too, or if you have some scrap metal poles lying around that are nice, thick and sturdy, that aren't going to be floppy or bend when you put the nets on, then those would work. These were actually fence posts that we got, so you just go, I think they were out in the lawn and garden area at Lowe's if you wanted to find them there. They were about $10 for an 8-foot pole, which is what we have here, an 8-foot pole. And then we got 4 of these eye bolts, which I think these are 5.5 inches by 3/8 inch, I think is the diameter on it. So as long as the eye bolts are obviously long enough to go through the pole. And these are plenty long enough. There's enough room, even extra on the outside. So the length of the eye bolt will just depend on the diameter of your pole that you have. So we drilled a hole through the pole, which turned out to be a little harder than we thought. But basically, what we found was easiest was we used. It was slightly smaller diameter drill bit than the size of this eye bolt, and we drilled it through, and then I kind of just used the bit and went back and forth like this and kind of bored it out a little larger, because we tried to use a larger drill bit and just go through and make the hole larger, and it just wasn't working. So that other way worked better. Anyway, we put that through. We have washers on either side of here. And then the nut here to hold it on, and as you can see, I mean, I could tighten it down a little tighter, but you can loosen it by hand, tighten it by hand, whatever. That will be plenty strong enough to put any kind of volleyball net attached there, and that will be an easy attachment. So then down here with the tires, what we did, if you want to get in a little closer, we have this piece of plywood here, which I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but this is the way we're doing it. Hopefully it will work. I cut some plywood out in a circle that was just slightly larger than the circle, the circumference, I guess, of the circle of the tire, and we fit it through the hole, and that will just be the bottom, so the concrete doesn't leak out, obviously. Truck.
I want that truck.
Alright, so we have put 80 pounds worth of concrete in the tire base. But as you can see, that's not quite enough to fill it up. We really want it to go up to almost like the height of a little past the rim here. So like up to here. So we're probably going to need about 30 more pounds, maybe 40 more pounds. I don't know for sure. We have another bag, so we're going to add that to it. But I also wanted to show, we have these little redneck support beams, braces, whatever you want to call them. Just some 1x2s, 2x4s, whatever. Three little things we put on the different sides to keep it upright, because it has to stay like that for 24 hours. So it will cure nice and well. So we're going to put some more concrete in. So we have now poured the rest of the concrete in, and we're now to a level which is where we basically wanted it. we actually had to use 130 pounds worth of concrete, a 50-pound bag and an 80-pound bag. So that's quite a bit more than I was thinking. But we'll just have to get some more for the other one, because obviously you need 2 poles for a volleyball net. But we have one basically done. We just need to wait 24 hours and hopefully it'll be nice and set up. And it's gonna probably be a pain in the butt to move, but hey, it's not gonna fall over. All right, so we're back and we now have our volleyball net all set up. I think since the last time we videoed, we got the other post, the concrete poured and everything. It's been about 24 hours, give or take a couple hours, since we poured the concrete, but they're nice and firm and set up. I did want to say one thing. I don't know if I mentioned this or not earlier, but what we used here were just some eye bolts, and those are like 93 cents at Lowe's, so 4 of them, that's like $4, less than $4. I think a pretty good way to attach. I mean, works pretty well. We got this net, actually came in a set. We got that at Academy because we couldn't find any that was just a net. That's what we really wanted, but anyway, probably could find one online. So we just tied it on with some rope here, and the nice thing about these is that once you tie on your net here, if it's not tight enough, instead of just trying to, pull on the rope and make it nice and tight, all you have to do is slide out the base on one of these poles and make it nice and taut that way, instead of having to fool with all the ropes. So anyway, there you go. I wish we had a little bit bigger net, but this one will work for now until we find a better one. So there you go. Homemade DIY sturdy volleyball net poles. Thanks.